Hello everyone! Today we are continuing building in secret lots in The Sims 4. I did a video where we built on Sylvan Glade and also Forgotten Grotto, but for today, I am going to do a build in the summit of Mount Komarebi. We're actually gonna build something really cozy because it's officially December. I'm planning to make some sort of cafe or pub and also a cluster of bunkers where your sim could actually visit when they actually made it to the summit to warm their self up or even take a nice rest with a view. Now before we start, make sure you guys are subscribed, make sure to give this video a like and also comment down below if you were to build in Mount Komarebi Peak, what would you actually make? So without further ado, let's just get on with the building. So basically to get to the secret lot, you need to go to Yukimatsu area. Let's just go to this onsen bathhouse place. So now that we're here, you actually need to purchase a climbing gear and then equip the climbing gear. And once you've equipped, and then you will go over into your phone. You need to create an event and choose the mountain climb excursion. Let's just choose someone to climb with us. Okay, now that's done. You actually need to do all of these tasks to actually get into the top. Now, as you can see, I've cheated my way to actually max out his rock climbing skill level, but that's just so we don't really have any obstacles on the way. Of course, normally you would actually play and practice your rock climbing skill to make sure that it's actually high enough for you to be safe out there. Because I heard that your sim could actually die if your sim doesn't have enough skill. So now we can actually start climbing up these rocks. As you can see, even with level 10, my sim actually failed a couple of times. And let's see if he actually can get on top this time. Oh my god, he did it! So basically from here, all you have to do is literally finish all these tasks in here. Basically now I'm just doing all the tasks. One of them is sleeping and one of them is actually inspecting the climbing route conditions. I would actually say that this secret lot actually takes a lot of effort to get into it, even with some cheats on. Oh my god, we're finally here in the Mount Komarebi Peak. It's 7 a.m. and I think it's just the perfect time for us to actually reach the peak. Now, I would say that was a lot of effort, but to think of how beautiful the peak is, I think it's worth it. Okay, so on the very top here is where we can actually build. So as I said, I think I want to build some kind of bar, cafe / pub and also a resting area, because after all of that effort of your sim climbing his or her way up here, I think it'll be nice if they can actually chill and appreciate the view and also maybe take some rest. So I'm gonna just delete all these rocks first. I'm going to use a terrain tool in this build. And we're gonna build up a couple of hills. I'm gonna build up one hill here and another one there. And just kind of smoothing it out. And now I'm just gonna map out where we're gonna have our build first. I'm gonna do a small box in here. I'm gonna build a couple of boxes here, pretending that this is where your sim could actually stay for a little bit and rest before they actually go down. And I'm just gonna do the roofing a little bit just so I know the overall outline of the builds. I'm just copy and pasting it on all of the small rooms. And now I'm just gonna outline the cafe area. I also wanna have some outdoor seating, so I'm just gonna bring the fence around here. And I also brought the fence around these housing area. Now I'm just gonna fix the terrain real quick. Now for the foundation, I'm obviously gonna use the stilted one. Now I'm gonna head over to debug and I wanna take these rocks. I'm just gonna put it on the sides of these build, which is gonna be a little bit tricky. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the tool mod. I actually managed to put all these random rocks along the sides of the whole lot, just to kind of blend it more into the surrounding, and I think we did a pretty good job. Maybe I'll add one last one in here. Again, using the tool mod, just kind of push it down a little bit, just like that, so it kind of looks like there are rocks in here that are covered in snow. Okay, so now I want to move on to the wallpaper. I am obviously gonna use this log. This is from the Horse Ranch pack, and I have a feeling we're gonna use a lot of it in this build. And then for the roofing itself, I mean, you can't really see it that clearly, but I'm just gonna paint it anyways. I'm just gonna use this wooden one from base game. We need some doors. I'm gonna try to use this one again from Horse Ranch. And for the cabins, I'm gonna use this door from the Seasons, and I think it's just very fitting the way it's like small and wooden. Since we're already using Horse Ranch a lot, I'm actually gonna use this big one up here. Because I mean, imagine looking at that view from the cafe. And then I'm gonna use this one with the arch on both sides. And on the front, let's just use this brown one. You know what? I'm actually gonna add 2 of them just so you can get more of a panoramic effect. And then on these cabins, also from Horse Ranch, I'm using this smaller window, which I think should be enough for them. And you know, I don't want to add too much windows just because I still want to make it really cozy and have that cabin vibes. And so now I do want to make this roof have a little bit of a hanging front porch because I do want to add this log up on the front. And then I'm going to add this rounded wooden pillar on every single edge of each room. I do want to try to add some spandrels in here, but later on this can actually support the fairy lights that I'm planning to use. I'm also going to add some up here. And maybe all around it. Why not? We can always remove it later on if we don't like it. Don't forget to add some pillars to it. And okay, I think that looks pretty good so far. Now for roofing details, I am definitely gonna add some chimneys. I think this one from Seasons actually look pretty cute. And I might also add that to these smaller cabins. I'm gonna change the cafe's chimney to this one, just so there's different varieties compared to these small cabins. I just realized how huge all the chimneys are in this game. Okay, we might have to stick with this one just because the others look ridiculously huge. Okay, so now for any details. I usually just dig through debug for these stuff. There's a lot of like broken fences that you can add to add details to your build. We can even add that log at the back just to kind of help support the build, maybe. Just as a storyline, of course, it doesn't really actually matters. We do have these flower pots, but they look ridiculously covered in snow, so we're not gonna do that. Oh, these poles look really nice. Maybe I'll add them on like some edges here. I think it just kind of adds a nice detail. I'm gonna add this roofing detail from the Snowy Escape because I think it just adds a little bit more something to look at. Okay, that looks pretty good to me so far. Now, in terms of trees, there isn't really any tree here, but let's try some. I mean, we do have these snowy trees, which I think might look really cute. You know what? I'm adding them, and again, I'm using the tool mod. I mean, that doesn't look too out of place. I'm gonna add one up on the front. I also sized one down and put it up there. Oh my god, I did not realize that you can see the moon that close from here. That looks insane. Now I do want to add these flower pots in here, and I'm adding pots rather than plants that actually grew from the ground, just to kind of help make it look more intentional rather than just like having a plant grow by itself from the ground. Because let's be honest, when you're this high up at the mountain, you will probably not find any kind of plants. Okay, I think so far we're pretty much done for the exterior. So now let's move on to the interior and let's work on sections here. So I want to start with the cafe, and let's start with wallpaper. Again, with the Horse Ranch wallpaper, the wood and the texture just fit so nicely in our theme. And then for flooring, I think I'm just gonna use this one from base game, where the wood doesn't look too polished and it kind of looks run down. I think it's just realistic that way. I'm just gonna do the same thing to the cabins. Okay, I'm just gonna put up a light just so we can see what we're doing. Now, because this is a bar, so we definitely do need a bar in here. Now, the problem is I did not realize how small the room is. Most of our bar actually don't fit. Okay, so I'm trying to search for the bar, and again, I don't want it to look too fancy or too put together. I want it to kind of look kind of makeshift. I think we need to go for this one from Horse Ranch. We can try to use this one from the Cozy Bistro kit. I think that looks pretty nice. Oh, we need to have a Christmas tree in here. I'm probably gonna size it down, maybe, no, twice looks too sad. I'm gonna size it down once and put it up on this one corner here, just to kind of make it feel more festive. Ooh, and you already know we're gonna add some string lights up in here, all around the edges. I'm not trying to make this build look festive as in Christmas, but I kind of just want to make it like it's a celebration place where only people who actually reach the summit actually knows about. So I really want to make it have that kind of characteristic to it. And then, oh my god, this wall piece that I never really used just because I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I think it kind of fits our build today, so I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna put some plants on each corner. Oh my god, I just have a brilliant idea. I'm so sorry, but we gotta sacrifice a window here. But what if we put this kind of wall of fame where you can find certificates or like signage from the first person who actually went to the peak? Maybe this one. Maybe this is the pictures of all the people who actually made it to the peak. I'm also gonna put that one, and let's just put this one up at the middle. And this one can just be up here. We'll move the garland up to the top. I'm basically just putting every picture of Sims in this wall. Oh my god, wait, I just realized something. It depends on how you look at it, but this could either be, again, as I said, people who actually reached the top of the peak, or missing ones who actually did not make it to the top. Okay, that just got kind of dark, but this is just whatever you want to make it to be. Ooh, I found this landmark from Debug. Again, it's from Horse Ranch Debug. And I think it might be nice if we put it up at the front, just maybe as like a marker that this is it, this is the summit. I think I just want to add some kind of decor to the front part. I want to add this stand on the front just to show that you can grab some drinks in here and warm yourself up. I'm gonna add this baskets of condiments and also cutlery there. And I do think I want to add these pots on the outside and maybe also this barrel in here. We can put this cleaning supplies thing up on the edge here. At this point, I don't know if I'm building a ranch or a cabin, but it just somehow surprisingly works together. I do want to add this kind of gate again from Horse Ranch. And again, I'm just going to use the tool mod to actually make it not float. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Just to have some sort of entrance look to this place, I'm going to add these barrels on the corner here. Would it be too much if I add this hanging bar in here? I don't know, do we like it or is it too much? I think we're going to let it stay there for now. Oh, and rugs. Yes, we do need rugs. I'm gonna put this fluff one up on the front door. And of course, a fireplace is a must. We are starting to run out of room here. Maybe we could put it up at this corner and try to like move the pictures around. I think that fits pretty well. Okay, I think I want to add this kind of bulletin board. I don't even know what you call it. I'm just gonna put it outside here just to maybe see. Maybe it's like the schedule of like when's the best time for you to like go down the mountains to make sure you're safe. I think that's pretty realistic. But again, I've never hiked a single mountain, so I'm super sorry if this is like not any close to the real thing. I'm gonna add this sign on the outside because I think it's just quite fitting. And I do want to add a fireplace on the outside here. I'm actually gonna add an outdoor seating area, which I know sounds pretty crazy, but like, can you even help yourself if you have this kind of view? This one from Get Together might just have to do it just because it looks kind of heavy and it looks like it's made out of rocks or like metal. So I think it's quite fitting. I'm just gonna put a couple of them around here. And for chairs, I'm just gonna use this one from Base Game. And again, putting all the chairs around. Okay, I think we might need to delete one of them because it doesn't really fit in here. I think that's a much better fit. And of course, we do need a trash can, which I'm just gonna hide it up on this corner here. And I'm gonna add these fairy lights. These are from the high school kit. I'm just gonna add them on the edges here. Also adding it all around the outside of this cabin area. I just think it really makes it look so wholesome and cute. Now, because we're doing lights, I'm actually gonna change the light up on the cafe. I'm just gonna use this one right here. For the outdoor tables, I'm just gonna use these candles in here just to kind of warm things up. Ooh, I wanna add those fairy lights more on the front porch here. I might just raise it up a little bit, just so it doesn't hang too low. and this base game wall light up on the front door, and these smaller ones from Get Together on top of each cabin doors. Ooh, and how cool would it be if we have these bamboo wind chimes up in here? I think there must be a lot of wind up here, so I think that might sound beautiful up there. And up in here, I do want to add a fire pit, just a simple one in here, so maybe they can light it up to warm themselves up. There is literally no such thing as putting too much fairy lights, so I'm just gonna add more and go to town with it. Okay, I think we're done with the bar and also the exterior, so last but not least are these cabins in here. So what I want to do is basically make some kind of capsule rooms where people could actually rent, where we can pretend your sim could like rent it out and actually live here for a couple of hours just to kind of rest and clean themselves off before they actually go back down the mountain. I think it'll be nice if we can have like some kind of carpet in here just to keep themselves really warm. And in terms of wallpaper, I'm just gonna use the same one from the Horse Ranch pack. Now all of a sudden it just seems like we're in a micro home challenge, because I need to fit in some necessities in here. I think we need to scoot all the doors into the edge of the room. So I think it's appropriate for us to actually have this kind of bed in these cabins. I'm just gonna switch out the colors on every cabin. Besides bed, I think having a proper bathroom would be nice. This seems kind of impossible now. I am not little Simsy and I am not good at building micro homes. I'm pretty sure she's done this before, like building a 2x3 house. I'm pretty sure she's done it before. But as I said, I am not her and I am struggling here. Okay, change of plan. I think in terms of bathroom, we can't really put it in each of the cabins, but what if we demolish one of these cabins? So that leaves us with only 3 cabins available, but we can have this public bathroom for them. I think it just makes more sense that way. So now in the cabins, all we need to worry about is a place to sleep, and maybe having a mini fridge would be nice, but so they can have like quick meals if they want to. And because it is clearly impossible for us to fit a fireplace in here, I'm just gonna put that radiator right there just so your feet can feel all warm when you take a rest here. Then in terms of light, I'm gonna use this lantern right here. Oh, we can add this hanging thing here. Maybe you can like hang your stuff while you're resting. And I'm just gonna put a picture in here. And I think for the cabin, that's pretty much it. Again, it's really bare, but all I want to do is that your sim could like recharge their needs here so they can sleep, they can eat something, and they can actually take care of their hygiene and their bladder in this public toilet. I'm just gonna copy paste everything into the other cabins and I'll be right back. Okay, I did just finish filling up all of the cabins, and that basically wraps up our whole build. So here I am with the iconic Naoki Ito. So now you can just imagine your sim has been like hiking for hours. They probably need to pee, they probably want to eat, they just probably want to rest. And they have reached the summit and all they want to do is to celebrate and rest. So you basically enter the whole area here. You go up these stairs and here you can just celebrate and hang out, have some few drinks to warm yourself up. And look at the wall of fame here and maybe put up your picture in here because you are one of the lucky one who actually reached the summit. Or as I said in the beginning, you might want to pretend to put a picture of a sim who did not make it to the top. Let's turn on the fireplace to make the room a lot cozier. Yes, that is the vibe that I'm looking for. And then out here, you can also hang out and just chat with such an amazing view of the top of Mount Komorebi. And you don't have to worry for freezing to death because we actually do have a fireplace in here to warm yourself up. And then if you're feeling tired or you just want to freshen yourself up, we can see here at the top we have 3 cabins. The fireplace is already going off and it looks so nice. Okay, hold on. I do not know why are there flies in here. Maybe it's because of the public bathroom? I don't know. Should we like change it out? Because that is disgusting. You know what? We're just gonna have to deal with it. We're just gonna have to deal with the flies. I'm sure they wouldn't notice and they wouldn't mind. They're just like so thankful that they have a bathroom here and not pee in a bush. But yeah, you have your bathroom here and you have 3 cabins, warmed up cabins. You actually have a place to sleep and you can also have some quick meals in here. And of course, they are all warmed up with this radiator, so you don't have to worry about getting cold in here. So yeah, this is basically the whole build for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and any second now, I'm actually gonna show you guys the full-on montage of the whole build. Now, before I leave you guys to that, I just want to say thank you so much for you guys who have watched until this point, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye bye!